Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi viewers, my name is Virata Dona from the Department of Economics, Faculty of Economics, Padang State University. Currently, I'm in two historical places in the city of Padang, namely Tugu Gampo and the Aditya Warman Museum, which is located on Street Khairil Anwar, West Padang District, Padang City. Alright, first I will introduce about Tugu Gampo. The Padang Gampo monument was built on September 30, 2010, which is exactly 1 year after the devastating earthquake that rocked the city of Padang on September 30, 2009. The Padang Gampo monument was built to commemorate the earthquake on Wednesday, September 30, 2020 at 17.16 with a magnitude of 7.9 on the Richter scale, which was also felt by Padang Pariaman District, Pariaman City, Padang City, Som Agam District, Bukit Tinggi, West Pasaman, and Pesisir Selatan. In this earthquake, 1,117 people died, 1,214 were seriously injured, and 1,688 likely injured. And the earthquake also affected 135,448 houses, heavily 65,308 for moderately damaged, and 78,600 for likely damage. Tugu Gampo was initiated by Andreas Sofiandi as chairman of the Himpunan Bersatu Teguh and inaugurated by Dr. Haji Fauzi Bahar, MSc, as Mayor of Padang. At the Gampo monument, there are 4 inscriptions containing poetry signed by Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, Gamawan Fauzi, Junaidi Permata, and Fauzi Bahar. And at Tugu Gampo, there are also 393 names of earthquake victims from the city of Padang. I am currently in one of the museums in West Sumatra, the Aditya Warman Museum. This museum is located near Tugu Gampo. The Aditya Warman Museum was inaugurated on March 16, 1974 by the Minister of Education and Culture, Professor Dr. Sharif Tayyab. The name of this museum is taken from the name of King Malajayapura in the 14th century. This museum has a characteristic with a building in the form of rumah gadang, whose roof is shaped like stacked buffalo horns and has 7 horns. This museum contains about the history, culture, and heritage of Minangkabau historical objects. This museum aims to preserve and maintain the Minangkabau culture heritage from being lost and forgotten by the Minangkabau people. The yard of the Aditya Warman Museum is very wide, and there are some statues of symbol of the Minangkabau people, and there are also 2 rangkiang. I am currently inside the Aditya Warman Museum. The Aditya Warman Museum consists of 2 floors. Currently, I am on the 2nd floor of the museum. To enter the museum is charged 5,000 rupiah for each person. At the permanent exhibition, the Aditya Warman Museum displays Minangkabau history and culture, introducing the West Sumatra region, which has a long history in the knowledge treasure of dynamic of Minangkabau people life. On the top floor of the museum, there is some knowledge about the livelihoods of the Minangkabau community, formerly the trading profession. There are also some examples of Minangkabau people clothing, and beside there are also writings about the dynamic Minangkabau norm system, and the noble values of the Minangkabau people also cannot change with the times. Minangkabau culture also has art such as tari piring, randai, pencak silat, and has a few of the Ngaresiano. Minangkabau people learn from natural events that naturally occur in nature or listen in human life. The Minangkabau people come from the plain of Asia, the Indochina region. The first migration in 2000 BC was called Malayan or Old Malay. I will also tell a short story about one of the wars that happened in Minangkabau, namely the Patri War. This war took place between custom and religion, in which the Adat people strongly adhered to the Adat in Minangkabau, even though the heart embraced Islam, while the Patri view that custom must refer to Islamic law. Based on the tested view, the Dutch took advantage of this situation to pit the Minangkabau community against the money known as Tactic Divide et Impera. The outline of the history of Minangkabau culture is not much different from other culture. West Sumatra has a local specialty that characteristic the Minangkabau region. Different Minangkabau areas have ethnic characteristics that follow the matrilineal. Minangkabau is known as the largest matrilineal society in the world. This gives the color of the tribe and culture of the Indonesian nation, which is granted in Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Knighting. The development of the West Sumatra region saw a strong influence of Hindu, Buddha, and Islamic religion and civilization. Later, the Dutch colonial era also gave the formation of history and culture from the Minang. On the one floor of the museum, there are some Minangkabau people clothes, weapon arts, cooking utensils, ancient human skull, several animal replicas, musical instruments to Minangkabau people jewelry. On the one floor, there are also several inscriptions in the middle of the room. Inscriptions are considered important as historical sources that can provide a chronology of events. Inscriptions were written on durable material such as metal and stone. my attention is that there is one room that displays the typical Minangkabau food, namely rendang. There are several types of rendang, including rendang jariang, which comes from Bukit Tinggi, rendang lokan from Painan, and so on. In this room, there are also some spices that are often used by the people of West Sumatra, and cooking utensils that are often used. Okay friends, that's all my video today. See you next time.